Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today here at MadWorldTarot. And for this one we have the Pulp Tarot, because it's a bit of a filmy, kind of trashy story, another Jamaica story. This one comes from two sources, Lady C and Neil Sean, and yes, you can roll your eyes at both of them. But Lady C, first of all, said that friends of hers happened to be holidaying or wherever in Jamaica and saw Harry and Meghan quite a long time before they appeared at that film premiere. At the Half Moon Resort. They were staying at the Half Moon Resort. Very swish, very lovely. I would like to be staying at the Half Moon Resort, but not with them. And them being followed around by a cameraman. Meghan thrilled to bits, posing, smiling, being friendly to people, even these friends, not knowing that they were friends of Lady C. And Harry scowling, looking extremely grumpy, as he did when caught off guard quite a few times at that rather grubby little premiere. No shame to Jamaica, but it was quite a basic cinema. Oops, Fluffy nearly fell off her chair trying to get at her food. Okay, she's made it. Sometimes I have to pick it up here and put there for her food. But he did in between look pretty grumpy, quite horrified that they were so irrelevant and in the cheap seats, really, and nowhere near the Prime Minister and the Paramount boss. For the moments that really counted. So what is going on? Neil Sean has also come up with the story that they were being followed around in Jamaica by a film crew. He claims that they are filming for Netflix, that they have some new offering that they are going to be presenting to Netflix to try and save the deal with Netflix, which is winding down without any signs of life. So that's his take on the thing. And NT from Celebrity Days and Nights has his take on the whole thing, not on the camera crew, but just on generally why they keep showing up in the Caribbean at these very luxurious resorts. And this is all for PR, all to prove that they're still an item, that they are still together. The love story lives on, according to NT, and also according to my tarot cards. The love story died quite a long time ago. But anyway, that's the backstory. We're going to do a Celtic cross with the Pulp Tarot, and we're going to ask what is really going on with them and the filming. Are they trying to film something? The mind really boggles what content they could possibly produce apart from some sort of travel show, traveling with Harry and Meghan. I can't think of a witticism for that right now, because I'm actually quite stunned if they think that's what they have to offer Netflix. Perhaps some sort of claim to the Caribbean, the stake that they are claiming, showing how popular they are with the nations of the Caribbean, and they should be allowed to take charge there, move over the rest of the royals. We want the Commonwealth. And yes, I was mistaken. Sorry, Jamaica, staying in the Commonwealth. I was a bit carried away. Just wanting to become a republic doesn't mean you can't be in the Commonwealth. I live in a republic that is a member of the Commonwealth. So there you have it. Male Copa. On we go. Celtic cross coming up. What's going on with the Parkles and the film crew and Netflix, and how do they each variously feel about having cameras in their faces? Harry, camera in his face, lovely way to spend your holiday. Or Meghan, camera in her face, lovely way to spend your holiday. And cards all over the place. Now let us get to it and see what is going on with them now. And let's remind you that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. All my opinion, all speculation. We just read energy here, archetypal energy, because we're dealing with an archetypal family, the British royal family. And of course, disclaimer in the box below. My proper camera holdery overhanging thing is away for a while, being loaned to someone who needs it more than I do. So we are more space challenged than usual, and will be for a while, unfortunately, but never mind. We'll scooch cards around, and that's what's going on if you're wondering. I'm sure you aren't. there we have the Hermit. Harry has shown up as the underlying energy of this reading. The Hermit, of course, is someone who wants alone time, wants to be by himself. I want to be alone. Wants to be in Africa. He wants to be far, far away. Look at him trudging through the Himalaya there. I mean, that's a real hermit. That hermit. He wants to be anywhere but at the Half Moon Resort with camera in his face. So that's my opinion, of course. Let's see what's going on. The situation. What are we dealing with the Parkles? What are they up to? It's the Page of Swords. This is the clapback. It's information, it's communication, it's social media, it's sending a message out. And it's a message that's a little bit sharp when it's the Page of Swords. This is somebody who spent a lot of time on social media, reading the comments and probably commenting too. Nearly lost my voice again when I said that. Somebody who might be in disguise doing that kind of thing. We suspect, we speculate. That's a better word. Somebody who needs to clap back, Page of Swords. Somebody who needs to really prevent some sort of calamity. Those are big words. But the Page of Swords is always on high alert for me as a reader. The Page of Swords is somebody who's braced and ready for bad things to happen. They need to elevate themselves to Knight of Swords, who's the one who does spring into action. But the Page of Swords is in that preparatory phase. So whatever is going on, there is a need here in that little Page of Swords. It's a female Page of Swords to get ready for something. Lady C is the one who keeps telling us that big things are coming. We are going to look at those big things. We are going to start looking at them in the next few days. But that little Page of Swords is trying to preempt something by saying, see here, aren't we happy? Look, we're clutching hands. We're talking to prime ministers. Everything is great. What's really going on? What's the real problem? 7 of Pentacles. Look, she's clutching her bags of money. It's the investment card. It's the time, it's the 7 years of this story that has gone on. And what do they have to show for it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They have lost everything. They've lost their reputations. They have lost their place in the British royal family. Yes, they're still on the website. Yes, they still have their titles. Yes, their children are in the line of succession, but it's all for show. They're not he is not a councillor of state, apparently having a big sulk about that. They haven't made any money. Where is the money? Show me the money. They have not made any money. They haven't made any money for Netflix, for Spotify, for who else? I've forgotten. The Chimpo lot, Better Up. Who else? People they've invested in, maybe clever brands. I don't know. I'm speculating. But have they made tons of money for themselves or for anyone else? Doesn't look like it if the problem is the 7 of Pentacles. So what's going on behind the scenes? What's really going on? What's at the root of all of this? What don't we know? What's the Hanged Man. The blame game is on with the Hanged Man. Who's the fall guy in this story? And you can see the Hanged Man there. Who is the one who's being hung out to dry? Who is the one who feels like the victim? Who is the one that feels like they have no power? I would say the Hermit, because he's the underlying energy of this. It's really about being powerless, disenfranchised, having to really look at your life while you're dangling there. It's a card of perspective. Enlightenment. While you're dangling upside down, you get enlightened, hopefully, or in his case maybe you just get sort of a brain injury. I'm being snarky, but somebody's having a big old sink while they're in this awkward situation of being forced to do things they don't want to do and show up at events they don't want to be at. My speculation. And really have lost all their status, all their importance, sitting in the 7th row or the 8th row in the cheap seats. All of that. It's not good. That's what's going on in the behind the scenes. Shall we say? What's the goal with the camera crew and look at us in Jamaica? aren't we so in love? It's the Five of Pentacles. They need to fix their financial situation. Five of Pentacles. This is all about the money, really. But in a more abstract sense, the Five of Pentacles is being shut out. I keep losing my voice as I'm doing this reading for no apparent reason. I'm back and a little bit croaky, but as I was saying, they are, at an abstract level, they are shut out of comfort and luxury and joy and that feeling of home, of belonging, of being sheltered and welcome. And we get all this talk of reconciliation and all the rest of it. They're not only shut out of the royal family, they're very clearly shut out of Hollywood, the A-list, the celebrities, the real people you want to be hanging around with. They're shut out of that. It looks like they've been shut out of, well, they are shut out of Spotify. There's speculation that Harry is no more with Better Up. The Netflix deal winding down, all the rest of it. They really are isolated, which is also hermit energy, of course, being out on your own. In limbo, the Hanged Man, got nothing going on, no deals, and nobody really wants them. Nobody's opening the door and saying, come in, you can come back, we love you. None of that. So what's led to this sudden rush to Jamaica with a camera crew and start filming for Netflix? What's the cause of it? What's been happening? Seven of Swords. Is the ghosting and being almost ignored, the Seven of Swords. It's usually someone sneaking off. It's the thief card in tarot. I'm not for one second saying that they've stolen something. Stolen valor. There it is, stolen valor. A lot of people use that expression about the Living Legends of Aviation Award, that Harry really didn't deserve it. And if he'd had one iota of integrity, he would have toned it down and said, sorry, let me write you a large check for your foundation, but I'm going to stay at home with my darling wife and look after the sick child. No, stolen valor there in the background, in the past energy. Lots of other things there. Megxit. It's my Megxit card, the Seven of Swords, because it's making off, going away in a rather unsavory way, in a slightly unethical way, because the deals had already been signed with Netflix and whoever else, Oprah interview already. So it's just a little bit sleazy, the behavior. That's my personal opinion, of course. What is coming towards him? If they're presenting something to Netflix, look at us having lovely Caribbean holidays, how's it going to be received by Netflix? Or whoever they are. Not so well, Eight of Swords. It's not going to get them out of the mess that they're in. See, our Seven of Swords in the past has now become Eight of Swords in the future. So we're going from behavior that was not great, and it's perceived to be that, because the Seven of Swords, even though it's under in the shadows, undercover kind of behavior, you do eventually get caught out. You do actually get stuck. And so they are stuck. So whatever they're going to present, or whoever they're going to try and sell this to, or even if it's not actual Netflix footage, as Neil Sean says, if it's just one of their paparazzi friends, I happened to be at the Half Moon Resort and happened to see Harry and Meghan floating past in a cloud of bliss. They're having a second honeymoon. They've renewed their wedding vows. They're selling it to Hello Magazine. It could be that kind of thing. It's not going to fly. Nobody's going to believe it. And it may well be that whoever is given this will just say no. It doesn't make any sense. We're not going to believe you. This is not the way out of the mess that you have got yourselves into. So that's that. Let's get down to them individually here. We have to scooch cards until the camera situation improves. Harry. How does Harry feel having a camera in his face in Jamaica, in paradise, pretty much? The King of Pentacles, well, this is a payday. So even though he wants to be on his own, he feels like the Hanged Man. We have all kinds of trouble here about money and stuff like that. and being braced and trying to push back against negative stories and left out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles and all the rest of it. He's still, I'm the big cheese. I'm Mr. Important. I'm the King of the Caribbean. There it is. That's him, King of Pentacles. So even though he hates it, and he really does hate it, for me as an energy reader, it's coming through, it's screaming through, he'll still do it because of his own sense of ego and entitlement and wanting to lord it over, I would say, his brother. Look, see, here I am. I'm in Jamaica. I'm running along the beach with my beautiful wife. And the crowds are adoring us. Here I am playing football on the beach with locals. I don't have to greet them through a fence or ride on a Land Rover to look down on them all. None of that. I am the king of the hill. So, herself, with the cameraman in tow, or the crew, or whatever it was. How does herself feel? We've got a strange energy with herself, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Much less confident, even though smiling for the camera, because I think she was brought up around cameras and lights and all the rest of it. And so it's natural to her when she sees a camera to start performing. I do literally think it's a bit of Pavlov's dog kind of a thing with her. If there's a camera, she will find it, she will grin, she will pose, she will do her hair and her eyes and all the rest of it. Whereas the rest, or most normal people, would sort of try and hide or be embarrassed, or, oh no, don't photograph me. She's the reverse, but this is interesting energy. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is contracts and negotiations that are dead. She's got nothing to sell. She's got nothing to give anyone. She doesn't have anything that is authentically hers. Even her looks, her fashion sense, her interests all seem to be borrowed from someone else or somewhere else. There's nothing that's authentically hers. However much, for instance, you might dislike Camilla, if you do dislike her. I personally don't. But she is herself. She's her own woman. She has her own very distinct interests and passions that she campaigns about, she cares about. And the rest of them, all the same. You can pinpoint, oh, this one represents that. Zara, horses. Catherine, sports, physical activity, children. You can go on. But she has nothing, and she has nothing to sell. She has nothing to offer. No deals signed up. She's really scraping the barrel here, and we've seen it with the Seven of Pentacles being the problem in this situation. So interesting. He's the draw card. Still, the King of Pentacles. He is King of Pentacles. Let's put them together because we don't have space. That is really how they are showing up in this reading. He's King of Pentacles. She is Page of Pentacles. Very junior energy, and it's in reverse. She was the one that said, my people in California will make us deals, will make us billionaires. My manager, my lawyer, my agent, my whoever. My mother, Marcus Anderson. I'm speculating, I'm being snarky. Let's see. Hopes and fears for the two of them. The two grifters hang on to their money and their status. This card comes up often. I like it when I see cards like this repeating when I ask the same questions, because I know that the energy that I'm tapped into is good energy. It's resonating. It's telling me a consistent story. They are desperate to hang on to whatever tiny bit of money they have, whatever few deals they have, whatever titles and status they have as well. That's what they're hoping. What's going to be the outcome of this film shoot in Jamaica? Because it looked like that photo shoot, maybe not a film thing, maybe just a photo shoot for a magazine. Outcome of it. Look, we're so in love. How's it going to go? Uh-oh. We got the Tower. We got the Tower. It is in reverse. This is a pathetic attempt to rebuild their reputations, their brand, the love story for the Sugars, for whoever else still might be stupid enough to believe that these two are the people who have been most in love ever in the history of the multiverse. But the Tower in reverse can also read as absolute disaster. I don't think absolute disaster. I think this is trying to shore things up after absolute disaster. I mean, last year, from the car chase to Spare, to South Park and Family Guy and all the rest of it, disaster after disaster after disaster. And this is their attempt with the Tower card in reverse to try and rebuild. They're rebuilding on very shaky beach sand there in Jamaica. but they haven't given up yet. Put it that way. That is your reading. Thank you as ever for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.